Hello, this is Yvonne Wessa with Short Sale Advocates. We're going to talk a little bit today about the way realtors interact with their homeowners and short sale advocates. And we depend on each other to make these short sale deals successful. So the first thing we're going to talk about again is, what is a short sale? How does it happen? Short sale, again, is when a homeowner owes more money on their loan, on their mortgage, than what the market will bring in the sale of their home. And a homeowner generally considers a short sale when they have to change their life, when they have health issues, need to downsize, are going through a divorce. We've had several who married and got left with two homes that are both underwater, but even if one of them is underwater, it could be a short sale possibility. We depend a lot on realtors. Probably 85% of our short sale properties are referred to us by the realtor, who is the listing agent on the property. I think if realtors could follow a couple of guidelines in identifying the property as a possible short sale, it might help deal with less stress with the homeowner. So here's my suggestion. On all properties, on all listings prior to listing, do comps. And the way to do proper comps in this situation is to try to get the identifying properties, the comparable properties, out of the subdivision. Also, we try never to go back farther than 6 months because, even in this current situation, a year ago, things were a lot different than they are this year. So if you go back to, for instance, in May, you might go back till December of the prior year and just use those actives and solds. Pendings don't mean a whole lot because we can't identify what the ultimate sale price is. So if you take a look at the properties of any property in that subdivision, and if it's close, we recommend that you let the homeowner talk to us, put the home on the market for what you feel is a good list price, and will pay off the loan. We always have the homeowner get a hold of their lien holder and get a payoff amount. That way you factor in the commissions and closing costs, and you'll know pretty much if there might be a short sale in the future. So for instance, if a payoff is $100,000 and the market maybe hovers around 103 or 105,000, it could be very close. So you might put the home on the market for 110 or 112, and then that should bring enough to cover for the payoff and the commission. That's how you factor it. But if the homeowner knows in advance that this might be a possibility, it really makes them feel more comfortable. And then, the surprise of a short sale after a couple of months of listing it and not being successful in getting a complete payoff amount is really not a surprise and not stressful. The earlier the homeowner is put in touch with us, the much better relationship between and working wise and communications wise, the much better chance we have of working successfully with the realtor and the homeowner if they should have to begin a short sale. Case in point, a couple of months ago, we had a realtor who didn't really allow us to talk to her homeowner. It was unfortunate because this was a younger couple and they listened to friends and decided to do a foreclosure and walk away from the home instead of a short sale. That is just a really bad decision, no matter how you look at it. But when they're just paying attention to what their friends say instead of having all the correct facts, it's just unfortunate. And in a couple of years, they're going to look back and realize what a bad decision that was, because the foreclosure will affect them for a long, long time, affect their credit and their ability to go on with their life, compared to a short sale, which really doesn't impact anyone that much. So when we initially talk with the homeowner, it is on behalf of the realtor. The realtor is the hero, and the realtor is the expert because they were smart enough to recommend an expert. In all cases, the homeowner is very grateful to the realtor, to the listing realtor, and that realtor stays a hero to the very end. And they are a hero with us as well, because they make the job a lot easier when the homeowner isn't shocked into a short sale after the home cannot be sold for value. So working with your homeowner when it's close is a great idea and helps everyone all the way around. Just a couple days ago, I had a realtor call me and ask me to help her because she had placed an offer with her buyer on a short sale property. There's only a couple of people I would ever advise using. Mostly if they're not short sale advocates, I don't advise them. But there's a lot of people out there trying to do short sales. Most of them may be successful sometimes, but not as a whole. So I can't really help anyone once they've started a short sale with another person or company. We've tried in the past, and it just doesn't work because we don't have the correct paperwork. And once you're down the road with the bank, it's really hard to change gears. If they don't know what they're doing, it can be 3 or 4 months before they discover that the short sale isn't going to work. And it's really too late to start over again. So we don't take on any short sales who have begun processing with someone else anymore. Not because we don't want to help, but it just doesn't work. So when a realtor suspects they're going to have a buyer interested in a short sale, there's a couple of things that they should do in the beginning. First of all, have a conversation with the listing agent. This is before you show the house, before the buyer shows any interest in it, except for identifying it as something they'd like to see. Ask the listing agent, who is the short sale processor? If it's the listing agent, ask them specifically how many short sales they have closed in the past 6 months. How many are they currently working on? It's very important that they are not practicing on one short sale. In the case of this agent who already has committed her buyer, she's terrified that her buyer is going to be homeless. Apparently, her buyers sold and closed their home, and they haven't heard back from the short sale processor or the agent on the short sale on the other side. In the beginning, if you ask the name of the bank or the lien holder, and ask if it is a government loan. If it's a conventional loan, the short sale can be quick, depending on which bank. There are some banks that make it difficult and drag it out a little longer, but a conventional loan can process through the short sale to close within 3 months. I have one bank that we can close usually from the time we get an offer, in about 6 weeks. If there's an FHA investor involved or a VA, Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, you could just add 3 to 6 months onto the process as a whole. Times could change, and this might change, but currently they take longer. So getting that information, even call us, will help you out and advise you whether to walk away. But generally, if the listing agent is trying to do their own short sale and they haven't closed any, I would never put an offer on that, because it's kind of an unknown quantity there, and you don't have any idea. And generally, they don't communicate as well as we do try to do. We try to keep up every time we talk to the lien holder. We try to communicate with the listing agent, the homeowner, the seller, and the buyer's agent, so that everyone kind of knows where we are. Even if we've made no progress for the moment, at least they know that we are working with the lien holder and we just don't have any new news. I'm looking to make sure I don't forget anything. One thing that's going on in the marketplace recently, the big banks seem to be assigning new servicing companies. We've gone online and checked, and a lot of them are 3, 4, 5 years old, brand new. In most cases, they don't seem to have a real good plan on how to work with short sales. In one case, the lien holder, the servicing company, actually denied our short sale. I asked them to file a variance with FHA. Now, a variance is an exception. This one, because the appraisal was incorrect and we had to order a new appraisal. So the pricing was wrong and we asked for a variance. The servicing company told us that they didn't have to, and they wanted to close the file. We have good contacts at FHA. We called them, told them what was going on, and within 2 days, that lien holder let us know that they had filed a variance. We actually had 4 variances on this file, which is a record for us, but we did receive the approval, and we are going to close within 3 weeks now. So, success. We do battle almost every day with our servicing companies when they don't seem to want to comply with what we know is the way to process short sales. We do stand toe-to-toe to them when we have to. I'd also like to cover, there's a really huge problem, not only in our country, but in the world, with people being hacked. We have secure mail with all of our processors, our negotiators, so that when our clients send their tax returns and their bank statements, etc., they're sending over secure mail. that's as good as we can get with making sure that their materials are safe from being hacked. It is expensive, but I would suggest that anytime you are working with other short sale processors or companies or realtors, anytime you are sending that kind of information through emails, that you make sure that you're going securely. Many banks are reverting back to faxing because that is safer, and they just have determined that that's a way to avoid being hacked. So we're going back into the old style communication in sending documents with a lot of the bigger banks, especially, and faxing instead of emailing. But for us, between our people and our clients and our agents, we use secure mail only. Let me make sure I have covered. I think we've got it whipped here. On the reason we recommend that the realtor not give short sale information is because, it's the same reason you don't want your dentist receptionist giving you the information on your mouth surgery. It should come right from the dentist. Often the biggest error that we find with a realtor working directly, preparing a homeowner for short sale, is that the homeowner, by the time they get to us, has either moved out of the home or is in the process. That is the worst information that they could give to a homeowner. Factored into a short sale can be a seller's incentive, moving expenses from $3,000 to $10,000, which is given to the homeowner at closing. The caveat to that is that they have to have stayed in their home, kept the utilities on, and for most homeowners, they are frustrated when they find out that they got incorrect information. So we like to keep our realtor contacts to be the heroes in the whole scheme of things. And we do just advise the homeowner on how to proceed, never blaming the realtor. But if the realtor would just allow us to speak to the homeowner directly, I will tell you that the homeowner 100% of the time is so happy with the information we're able to give them and the answers. And I think because we've done this over 15 years, we have a confidence on how we can successfully process the short sale that comes through to the home buyer. So they're no longer in fear of doing a short sale. So what we always say, if a realtor has a client with these mortgage issues, or if a homeowner has these mortgage issues, we can have you put away the tissues and contact shortsaleadvocatesllc.com. You can call us at 314-590-3785. We look forward to working with you. Have a wonderful day. I don't know, that was kind of frightening.